What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the 30-day Prodigy series. We're kind of making some switches in the bag today as we're going to head out and film a full 18-hole round. We're out at Whitmarsh today. Perfectly flat course, right on the water. Kind of a good mix of just like mid-range putters, few 400-foot bombers. Basically, we're throwing in, mainly, this is kind of the discs we were throwing in that first attempt at a full 18 round with the Prodigy discs. But we're gonna be making some changes today. MX2 in the bag instead of the MX1. Slight differences here. MX1 is a little more of like an ultra feeling mid-range. It has kind of has a bead. I don't know. But this is more of like a beadless. We're gonna try that one out today. The M4s are going back in the bag. We're officially taking the M2 out. I don't know. We'll take another look at the M2 when we do the full M series video, but for now I just don't think it has much of a use for me. As far as throwing putters, I'm kind of glad that I got the Prodigy premium throwing putters. Honestly, I don't even really know if I need the PA2, but we're gonna throw that one in there for the day. One addition that we're gonna be making is another H3 V2 going into the bag, because as of right now this might be one of my favorites, so we just want to test both of them. And then the putting putters in the NSRA round, you saw I was putting with the PA5. We're gonna keep a PA5 in the bag for now, but today we're gonna be putting a pair of PA3s in the 300 soft fractal plastic. I almost forgot about the A series, A3 in the 500 plastic. I really enjoy this thing. We're gonna go with my old A5 that is kind of like dead straight with a little fade, and then we're gonna go with this new 400 glow, kind of a beefier A5. We almost forgot the A series, guys. A3 500 plastic, kind of becoming one of my favorites. We're gonna go with my old Spectrum A5 that's pretty dead straight with a touch of fade, and then a little bit more of an overstable 400 glow A5. That's gonna do it for the bag updates. Let's get out on the course.
There's 3 keys to disc golf: driving, approaching, and putting. You need all 3 to do this disc sport.
I'm excited to finally get out here and really start chucking these things. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. A little bit of a tree putt here. Oh, gosh. 2 putts on 1? We're doing it. That's my rule. So with trying to dial in this Prodigy bag, another thing I'm doing just for myself is I'm trying to learn how to throw flatter. I'm trying to take my stock release from that like 25% hyzer to probably not totally flat, but less hyzer. It's kind of nice because I'm learning like a bunch of new discs at the same time as a form change. So I'm getting to kind of not know what the discs do already, whereas it's almost harder maybe to take my old bag and start throwing them flat and then relearning how I think these discs fly. Do I get the 2 on hole 1? 2 putts on 1, right? That's the rule, obviously. 246 on this one. We're going MX2 flexor up the gut. As long as that's not like super deep, that seems pretty solid. What do you guys think? Should I play a lot of these rounds as like this best shot doubles format off the tee just to like learn the discs more? Or should I just maybe take them a little more serious? Well, not that I don't take them serious, but a little more straight up. Snuck it in. Hole number 3, 380 feet. You can see the basket way down there. The cool thing I like about this hole is you have to throw a hyzer. There's this 3 foot wide straight up gap, but let's be real, no one's doing that. So it really is just like a power hyzer, which is something you don't get a lot of in Northwest Washington, I guess. We're gonna go with a D2, and then we're actually gonna throw an H3 V2 on more of like a pushing hyzer and kind of see how it handles the flight. It's got a hyzer. Come on. Oh, pushed it too far. You got to kind of cut in right before that. Ground play? Not bad. We got the H3 V2 here. Oof. Let's go. Let's go. Sometimes these light chains, they almost help a bad putt because it kind of pulls it in rather than kicking it out. Hole number 4, 390 feet, a little bit further. Kind of similar though, you're just gonna go with a big hyzer. slight switch from the last hole. We're gonna go 400 plastic D1, and then we're gonna go with a 400 plastic H3 V2. So same H3 V2, just a different plastic. Ooh, hello. Get over. Should work. Nice.
I'm a subscriber, dude. Love the video.
Hell yeah, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
We're 4 holes in, and I've ran into 5 people that watch the videos. Shout out to you guys. I'm like filming this with like a live studio audience. It actually is making me really nervous. So if you guys see me miss any putts, that's why. So I thought this was actually parked. It was a little short, but the D1, now we're talking. Right where my guy is here is where the basket is. I'll be honest, I always thought this hole was much shorter than the last 2, but this one's 380 feet as well. So a couple good little smacks here. We're gonna go FX4 in the FX2. I'm gonna try and drag this FX4 kind of left to right through the gap, and then we're gonna try and go kind of flat to almost flex with just a hyzer finish at the end on the FX2. Yeah, that's money. Miss it. Actually might have went deep there. Hold it, come on. Yeah. We got options. So far, if I've discovered one disc that's worth getting from Prodigy, FX4, neutral 9-speed. Honestly, very similar to like a straighter era. Fuck. FX4, a little bit short.
Little FX4 birdie tap out on the FX2 drive. Pretty money. Whenever the train's going by today, guys, I'm going to run the voiceover, save your ears. Here we got the PA2, little turnover, mid 200 footer here. This is my first throw with the PA2, and you'll see here it turns, but then immediately starts pushing up flat, and you can kind of see I'm surprised. I thought that was going to hold the turn the whole entire time, but it flew a little more like a PA3 would in my mind. We go M4 500 plastic, and I think it's perfect, but it just never stopped turning, which isn't a bad thing, but surprised me.
PA2. Come on, baby. Stay up. Dang it. I've just now learned why I've never even gotten close to this hole. I always think it's like 280, 300. It's 330 feet. It's kind of a pushing hyzer, like the tree you see on the furthest right here, kind of where those guys are throwing. I almost think you have to go around it. I've been playing, I need to start looking at UDisc because I'll just be guessing and be so far off. But we're gonna go F2 and the F3, see how these play. I'm gonna try and keep them a little steep and flip them up a bit. F2 first, 500 plastic. Think that's okay? I have no clue. I really don't know. I'm gonna try and match that line, but get it to push a little more forward. Yeah, I think one of those will be solid. We'll see. Oh my gosh, that hurts. We gotta make that one because that felt really bad. Did not check the distance, but it's a little shorty. We're gonna go A3, and then we're gonna try and go a little late flip PA4. I mean, that's fine, but it literally hit and then did this weird little skip. Too flippy? It's gotta get down. Dang, actually turned out better than I thought. I'm realizing the putts that I miss, it's because I'm like trying too hard to spin them in. And then the putts I make, it's just because I let my arm do what it already knows how to do. Putt, just put it in. That's the overthinking that's making me pull 20 footers. And it's like you're worrying about what your hand is doing rather than like trusting your body that you know how to putt and just setting it into the basket. Hole 9, a little shorty here. I think it's like 220 or something. Right up the gut. I feel like we gotta try like the PA4 hyzer flip to like push left and then drag it back right. And then we'll kind of see what we got after that. This is like the hardest line you can pick, but it's also the most satisfying to hit. Man, that is flippy. But if that gets down, that's honestly probably circle 1. It's not as bad as it felt / looked. We're gonna go PA3, left to right, turn over here. Stable enough? We'll see. I can't see where they landed. Oh, fuck. Gosh. Hole number 10, 280 feet. You can see the basket up there. You probably see 2 of them. It's the shorter one on the right. We're gonna go PA2 and the A5. Wow, that's got some stability. I think that's gonna turn and it doesn't. Come on. Oh, PA2 actually a little better than I thought it was. Thank you. Needed a birdie. It's been too many short misses. Hole 11, longest hole on the course. It's kind of a bomb. I think it's like close to 500. Kind of a late flip. We're gonna go D4 and D2. D4, we'll see. It could throw it into a roller. Come on. Not quite enough distance, but good line. Not enough stability for that much speed. This hole's 431 feet, and it plays all of that. Really the line is what I threw, kind of that turn, and then it's got to push up at the end. I think we'll have a C2 bid from the D4. No way. I didn't even get it there. I guess I should have gone with the PA5 there, maybe. Big time mess up there. Little shorty here. Man, we're gonna try the MX2 on just a little forehand, and then we'll throw a little bender with the putter backhand. Now slide. Are you kidding me? PA4. There, birdie. Kind of a bowl around this. So you just get it up in here and I feel like it funnels. Birdie, gosh, we needed that. Hole 13, 210 feet. It's dead straight, but the tree right in the middle, from my angle, you can tell it's perfectly in front of the basket. So you gotta, miss either way. We're gonna go PA3, PA2, both on a little bit of like a kind of turnover flex, fall back to the basket. Love it, but what? Where's the stability that you were having every shot earlier? What in the... I'm just like confused because every time I've thrown the PA2 today, I throw it on that left to right little pan overshot and it fades out early. These shots were a little lower, but they just never even tried to fade out. PA3, bird, let's go. My apologies if you guys are usually used to broad cinemas being very, a little more slow paced and vibey, but it's too damn busy out here today. We're basically running through this course at the fastest pace we can, where we're not completely throwing away our game, but we're figuring it out. I'm honestly super happy with most flights I've thrown today. I feel like I'm guessing pretty correctly. Hole 14, 239, perched right up on this hill, little drop off after, so you kind of want to just stick it low into the hillside. What have we not thrown in terms of like putters? And I think we've thrown everything. We're gonna go PA2 and PA3, but on hyzer, and just see how they fly on that, I guess. See, on hyzer, I feel like that's got like beef to it. Sit, all day. Deep, maybe? No. I think your throwing putter, you really gotta trust. And so I'm glad I have these premium options. A lot of times in the past, I was more of like a 300 PA3 thrower rather than, a premium one. But I'm excited to kind of learn these a little bit more, because usually it's a much different flight characteristic out of the premium than the base, obviously. Holy, if you guys could see this view right now, man, it sucks you're not up here with me. Sun's shining on the snowy mountains. Wow. Bird. Come on. Guys, this is the view that I was talking about. Insane.
Here! So were you aiming for that second one back there?
Yeah, the one that I came up like 30 short of.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty looking good.
Thank you. Or not at all. That's horrible. We're gonna try this PA5 on this putt. A little longer. Oh, if that was PA3, that's in all day. Bruh, not again.
270 footer. We got the MX2 flex shot. Just a little low, never had the height. Like, not a bad line, just didn't let it fly. On the next shot here, we're going to take the F7 and just swing her up. We'll push hyzer. You can't see it around the tree, but it actually got back even a little better than I thought. I was pretty much on the pole, guys. I won't even lie. It just went completely through the basket. Just not my day on the putting green, I'll tell you that much.
So I'm very happy I got to at least throw some sort of shot with the F7. 8.6 -3.1. Probably the most beautiful disc they sent me. Baby blue. It's almost like a ghost stamp of the Prodigy stamp. Very interesting. I'm excited to mess around a lot more with the F series, FX series, the H series specifically. But this could be a fun disc. It's flippy, but I think stable enough to still, you know, kind of trust a little bit.
A3 in hand, side hand slinger. Pretty much just a nice outside hyzer here. Can't see the basket at all. But it ended up pretty good. We take the fractal PA5. Try and kind of play that same style shot we did on the last hole with the F7. But I just don't think that the PA5 ever has enough glide and stability to get back over. Little putt from the A3. Almost pull it. But we chinged her in twice because it's not luck. PA2 once again beefs out on me off the tree. I'm like, what? I suck. And then we got the old PA3 here. Beautiful flex line. Pushes out flat. Man. That's going to be hole 18 for you. Tap it in for the bird. Finish strong.
Making a real quick switch here, guys. Fractals, I don't know how I feel about them right now. We're going to continue to mess around with all the putters. We're putting the 300 just base PA3s in the putter pocket. It's the only switch for right now. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed that one. See you in the next one.
Creator of Frisbee Club, motherfuckers.
The man, the myth.
And right here, I have a frisbee bag. It holds all my frisbees, the ones I like.